Listen to this clip. This is Psaki, who says those concerned about Vice President Harris and the crisis need more to do. Like,
on the vice
so
president's role,
belittling.
Republicans have, over the past few days, been quite critical of the vice president.
I've seen that. They need more to do, I think.
They need more to do? They need more to do? Who are you? Press Secretary Psaki? Who are you, really? I mean, why don't you come down to the border with me? I would love to give Vice President Harris a tour of the border. Why doesn't she come into Mexico with me? Go visit the migrant camp. And if they don't believe that there's any MS-13, if we're all over exaggerating, if we're making stuff up, if we're being alarmist, then she has nothing to worry about, right? If the border is not in a crisis, then why not go down and look at it yourself? Why doesn't she bring her own video camera? I mean, use your iPhone, Vice President Harris. Jen Psaki, you guys got iPhones? Go down there. Come stand with me in McAllen, Texas, on the Rio Grande Valley, and tell me that there's not a problem. Because there wasn't a day that I didn't go down there that I didn't encounter undocumented, unaccompanied minors, young children without families, family units, and people from all over the world. By the way, Romania, a lot of Romanians crossed just last week. I know that. I got a report on that. And Romanians crossing, people from Egypt crossing, people from Pakistan, everybody's getting the word. Apparently, the whole world knows about the crisis, but the Biden administration, they don't know anything about it. I mean, they are so out of the loop. They must be living in a bubble in Washington, D.C. They actually have no idea about it. Listen to this. I play this over and over again because this tells you so much about Vice President Kamala Harris.
Plans to visit the border?
Not today, but I have before, and I'm sure I will again.
Wow. You know, it's really easy to giggle and laugh when you don't have to actually talk to another human being that has suffered after maybe traveling 8 weeks as a child, and you're just in tears, crying, watching this child break down in front of you because they are alone and they have no place to go, because we've incentivized the worst people in society to basically traffic them into our country under promises that they will be given so much, when we really know, all of us, that there is nothing for them to get. In the end, living in shadows once again. When we don't do our jobs, when we don't fulfill what we are supposed to do as human beings. It's really easy to laugh that off when you're not sitting there with people that are suffering, that have really suffered through life. If you care about the people you say you care about, Democrats, leftists, if you really care about them, you would not perpetuate this horrific behavior. You would find ways of resolving it. And you cannot resolve a crisis like this unless you're actually there, unless you actually know what's going on. You know, stopping off for 15 minutes like Mayorkas and then flying out or whatever, from an airfield without ever going to the border is a sorry excuse for covering this challenge, Secretary Mayorkas. It's sad. You're sorry. I mean, there's no other words to explain how ridiculous that was to so many of the people that work for you. Like, they were just, it's embarrassing. It's not even just embarrassing. It's just plain wrong. Mayorkas should have been there. He should have seen what was going on. He should face up, and the Biden administration should own up to what they're doing. It's wrong and it's unfair, and people should not suffer anymore because of these horrible policies.